come from the perspective that smartwatches today are done wrong, in the sense that they've been replication of phone on your wrist. So we completely reimagined the interaction here. So every input and navigation on Blink happens through a tap and scroll. So you can nicely scroll through things. Let's say if you want to select this watch face, you can tap this. And we've ensured that there's only a single button. We don't have 2-3 things to navigate the input through. Okay. And there's only a single button that allows you to toggle between the home screen and the app space. And again, in the app space, all the applications are arranged very beautifully across the periphery, and you can very nicely scroll through them. It's a very effortless experience. And let's say if you want to open anything, you can just scroll through it to list views. If you want to go to, let's look at, let's say, music for example. Every interaction can happen through a tap and scroll. You can control volume using a scroll. You can go to the song selection menu. Using scroll, you can select wherever you want. And you can play the songs. Again, the purpose being everything for a smaller 1.3-inch display, you have to completely reimagine how do you fit everything in. And at the same time, the certain applications that you want on the go, let's say your fitness tracking, we have ensured that all of them are very accessible from the home screen itself, but in a way that it's very non-intrusive. So there's something called a timeline. It syncs in your calendar, to-dos, reminders in a single screen. So you can go clockwise to get into the future, anti-clockwise to get into the past. It's not showing anything because it's not synced to my phone right now. From the top you get to see the notification, from bottom you get the quick settings, and unlike many of the smartwatches out there today, this is very deliberately kept very simple, and we've been able to provide this kind of an experience because we own the hardware and the software. So it runs something called MARVIN OS, which is our own proprietary operating system, and I would say this is the first in this country for sure. MARVIN.
And it's based off AOSP.
It's based off OSP. So we retain only the kernel and the hardware abstraction layer. We have completely stripped down the system services which take up unnecessary memory and in turn power. Android.
So obviously it comes laden with everything you have to strip down.
Exactly.
Just what you need.
Exactly. And even on top of that, the entire UX is reimagined. Applications, both a bunch of native applications like music, authentication, fitness are ours, and there are a bunch of third-party applications including say Ola, Uber, Zomato for local discovery of restaurants, Google Maps which are being built in.
So all the Android Wear app system support?
No, the same developers can do development for our apps because the libraries and frameworks are similar, but the design language has to be, the UI language has to be ours. Having said that, it's a completely closed equation we are trying to build because there is no wearable platform today out there. Android Wear is Android 4.0, and it's shitty. there's no other word. To the extent that they haven't even bothered changing the UI for a circular screen. Their text gets cut here. It's criminal from a design perspective. Watch OS is the only thought given in, but even there, I would say Apple for the first time we are really inspired by Apple, but for the first time they've screwed up their own product. Their watch has 3 buttons, their phone has a single button. They have gone against everything they ever stood for, and we thought that it was a gap to be filled. And as a foray to the connected devices space, this is a pilot product, and we're trying to build a consumer tech brand out of this country. There are things to it. The outer body casing here has been designed in collaboration with traditional watchmakers. The outer body casing is being manufactured at a place called Kunnigal, in the outskirts of Bangalore. Off Tumkur, it used to be a chippies factory.